Hey guys, this is part 3 of, I don't know how to phrase it, so I have to tell the short story to explain it. I did the Crazy Zone level up, 13Q up as far as I could go. This is what was requested of me. I went all the way up to 5 Dan, but when I started playing 6 Dan, there's a brick wall. So I started applying some of the stuff the pro said, and I'm doing better, but this wall. So I had a chat with my 9 Dan friend, Chris. Great guy. And I said, hey, Chris, I don't know what to do about this wall. And I was full of lack of confidence and felt like I was terrible. And so he really, helped me just point out a couple things, just a few attitudes, a couple places where I wasn't being calm and I didn't bother reading out. And it has been very helpful. So on part 1, not the video, but my lesson with him, he did all the talking and pointed all the stuff out, all my fear, all of this, all of that. Part 2, I said, then therefore here, here, and here, and he did some correction. Part 3, I said, okay, then therefore, and I tried to correct myself, my game, and he's like, yeah. So I'm really hoping to get back to some of my old strength. Okay, so part 3, here we go. I'm the Whitestones, as always. I wanted to make it different, so I'd have to come up with really different ways of looking at things. So this is an old style I used to have. Actually, it was here. I should play this all the time because it's out of the 1970 Hanimbo with, I should be able to name the players. His nickname was the computer, Ishida, Yoshiro Ishida. And he played this as white. And so I've been playing it. I've always liked it because I like him. Okay, so I switched to that, and we start this out. Okay, so everything's fine. There's no negatives yet. Clearly, black has some influence. Perhaps I should mention, I'm going to switch the upper left and the lower left. So there's black, and here's white. So I just switched the colors. This is different. I'm just going to kind of paint black's thickness. And let's draw a line here. Do you see what I'm creating here? How black, the thickness black is developing in the bottom right radiates to all his black stones. That's a different feeling than this one where it's radiating to this area, not so much to the bottom. So a little easier for white. Okay, so I decided there's 2 ways of playing this Joseki. I can take Sente, which I decided to on this board, but it means he gets a free move here. So I got a free move away. He got P2. Well, P2, that's 2 knights moves right there. It's not very strong. That's the argument. It's like you get Sente and black gets something that's not too strong in return. And you're totally alive in the corner. Okay. So there's been an argument, which one's better? Now, arguments aside, pros tend to play here. Bigger cash, moves like this are now Sente because you don't have to defend your corner, right? It hurts your corner, but if you're already out, I mean, it's just beneficial in a number of ways. But I thought, well, I just want Sente because I like this top I'm developing. So that's my idea. Okay. He said, yeah, all makes sense. Everything's fine. But one thing to think about, which I've done many times, but it didn't cross my mind, is if the whole thing is to get Sente, then just take Sente. Now, granted, black has 2 ways to play this, so he's going to get extra profit here. but that's wherever he goes, he gets extra profit. And just so you guys know, the Joseki, if we do this one, there's 2 Joseki, boom, 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 boom. When you count it up, black has about 8 more points than white, but he has 1 extra stone, which is worth about 8 points. Then we have this one, and white lives in Sente, and we get yet another move away. Of course, that's going to happen some other time. And then if here we have this sort of deal, where white develop, in each one, the count's just right. Black gets the extra amount he's supposed to get. So why did I bother playing here at all if I wanted Sente? Just take your Sente. And that's key. You saw that in part 2. If you want that move, just go take that move. If you want that thickness, if you want whatever it is, just go do that. Okay. We got to here. He pinches. As you know, I played this forever, and I won't go over yet again why I like it so much. But the recent pro says, he doesn't like giving that big black, well, it's a big moil, right? I don't want to give the moil, so I come out. And so I've been coming out, trying to get used to it. I've certainly gotten used to the 3-3. I know all the variations, all this and that. And this one I'm not familiar with so much. I mean, 40 years ago, yeah, everyone played it. Till the pros said, it's not quite so great. And now we're thinking, it's back in style again. Okay. So I start the deal. Boom, 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 boom. All looking good. All looking good. Okay. Supposedly, and pretty much everyone agrees with this white group isn't quite finished. So we used to say, here's one way to finish it, but perhaps it's a little slow. I think they found out it was black in this position, black's winning. I'm sorry, with this Joseki, black's winning 52% of the time. Well, give me a break. That's almost nothing. And then went to this one. Well, still black's winning, just over half the games, over hundreds of thousands of games being played. And then they come up with this one. Oh, now this is bothering black. White's going to get Sente. And the cuts are dealt with enough. Great. That's what I want to play. But I want to stabilize. I want to be a little patient. Great. There's no problems. Here. So here we are, 3rd session with Chris. And when I saw black play this move before I met with Chris, I'm like, I'm sorry, that's got to be almost game losing. It's so bad. He says, yeah, this is terrible. You just come down. Now, black's group on top just got weak. Black's group in the upper right just lost any thoughts of corner, and it lost most of its base. So I was glad I got that right. Go for the cut. There's a few ways of dealing with this cut. I dealt with it this way. He said, yeah, that's perfectly fine. Now, I felt very confident here. I'm like, okay, I don't want to say game over, but game over. I'm like, give me a break. This is really bad for black. He says, yeah, real bad. Boom, boom, out I come. In you go. And now take the corner. Boom, 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 boom. Not here, because now the corner's not secure for me. Rather here, which is also Sente, right? This also kills the 2. But now my corner, I have points and a secure corner. Okay. So we're here. Sure. Absolutely necessary. If that stone dies, resign. Okay. Gotta say. Here. Here's where I started to falter. And this was totally my intent when I talk with Chris. Show me, I mean, there's just, there's something I'm missing. And here it was. My move, save my group, apply pressure to his top area. But that's my fear talking. The A group, he can't surround it. It can get out easily. How about instead, this is great in the corner. I can't tell you how wonderful this is in the corner. All these moves now start faltering. And now we've got these moves, which totally mess with black. So all of a sudden, I'm stronger, black's weaker. Oh, I'm going to come out. Really? I'm sorry, that's a black stone. White, black. I mean, just heck, I'm out. Any is out in so many ways. What's the problem? There is no problem. I said, I'm afraid, therefore I will respond in fear. And that's the thing I'm facing, right? Now, as I mentioned in part 1 and 2, this is pointed at 3 dan on up. Guys that are like, you know, I'm getting pretty good at Go, but, right. But number one is, you know, don't be afraid. Let the fight happen. Things like this. Okay. So I went here, which really let off steam. And by the way, the move I said, you mean I should be playing here? He says, yeah, as a matter of fact, play here. Now he ain't getting no base. I mean, this really hurts his base a lot. And it's the same move. Matter of fact, it's even stronger in the corner. Okay, so we're here. Now where? I'm thinking time to deal with this Moyo on the right. And let's keep things simple and say, yeah, there's a lot of details that one could think of before that. When do we play A? When do we play B? What's the timing of all these things? That's intricate 6 dan on up stuff, which he went through and I understand and I used to be able to do. But now I'm just trying to get back to strong player basics. Okay. So time to deal with the Moyo. Yeah, time to deal with the Moyo. Okay. Where? Well, it's a pretty obvious spot, which I played in. Duh. Because there's that weakness there. Right? I'm either side. This white stone's pretty strong because of that black weakness. Standard idea. And that Moyo's not, sorry. This Moyo's not so big because there's still in game there. There's still a problem. Okay. Sounds good so far. So I'm on track and I'm feeling okay. I'm still afraid of this A group. Yet I'm drooling over the B group. I mean, man, do I want to go after it. I'm saying one thing at a time. Okay. Black. Okay. I want to play A so bad. Now it's more of an asking move. There's a lot of things that can happen here, and I want to find out. That's A is the way for my B group to become healthy. Even if I accomplish almost nothing other than forcing him to connect, which gives me a free move on the outside. Just a second. Let me see if that's my wife. No, not the wife. It's the hospital saying, don't forget, you have a surgery coming up, and the surgery is kidney stone, where they go in with sonic waves and go blah, with the sonic waves and break up the kidney stone so it passes easily, hopefully. That's Friday. Okay. The problem with this, and here again, the mindset I should have is, I want A, find out how to do A. Now, I'm thinking, well, A doesn't work because of this is starting to get a little nasty. There's some things going on here. White's weak. Let's not talk about specifically what happens. There's some problems there. He says, yeah, there's some problems there. Therefore, get strong in Sente. Well, let's get back to the actual board position, which is here, here. Therefore, it's your Sente. Now, check out my response. Yeah, but now black's not weak. Well, we want A, play A. And besides, are you going to kill black on top? Well, no. So he's alive in either case. It's just how much profit you can get in the future attack. Well, take your profit now. That's profit. How is that profit? It lets you play the move you want to play. Thickens up your group. You don't have half the problems you used to have. God, that is so obvious. I've told people that 1,000 times, giving lessons. Gosh. Okay. So instead I go, well, this is now better, right? Because I'm more prepared. And there's lots of room in there. And there's ladders over here. And there's Aji over here. And so come on in. He says, yeah, other than those weaknesses. Yeah, everything's fine. Okay. It comes out. Comes in. And I don't think, this is where I started collapsing. And in all the games I played, he said, you never really collapsed. You just, as a matter of fact, some of the games where I go, okay, I've collapsed. He says, no, it's still even. But just, I need to get back where I'm seeing those things, not being afraid of a weak group, because it's not really weak. Let it run. Let your group run. These are things I'm working on. Okay, hopefully they've made sense to you and helped you with some of the things you're working on. Okay, guys, that's the end of part 3. Done with the series. Of course, there'll be more. Catch you later. Bye.